See that? Wait!
Transfixed! Into the wind!
I'm going!
Overruled!
Let's light it up!
The night is cold.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
My lucky day! Lady Bear!
Everybody stand back!
The wind knows me. Fallen leaves. Adorn my...
Not now.
Transfixed!
The night is cold.
Lady Bear!
The night is cold.
Chip!
To the berry.
My guiding stars.
Transfixed! Off we go! Everybody stand back!
The wind knows me.
Not now. I hear children sing. Lady Bear! The night is cold.
Overruled!
Not now. Stars, shine for me.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Into the wind.
Transfixed!
Astra. Thank you for Add Astra.
Let's light it up!
Fear not. Transfixed.
The night is cold.
I'm going in!
Cold. Mind to command. My guidance.
The wind knows me. What could the children be up to?
No escape!
One with nature.
The show begins.
Illusion shattered!
How dare you! How brilliant!
There is no escape!
The wind knows me.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Torn to oblivion.
Adventure time! Erase all threats. Illusion shattered!
Everybody stand back!
Now you shall perish!
The show begins!
Let's light it up! Shine down!
Let the world collide!
There is no escape!
I'm going in!
As one with wind and cloud.
Betty's adventure team! I have failed you. May I present?
Clear skies can do nothing to hide the brilliance of lightning. Flying bolts can strike even in the absence of rain. Do you see that tree? Wait, you understand? So, demonstration is not required. Good.
Next time?
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
Exactly.
How brilliant! Let's get it on!
Into the wind.
Let's ride! Amazing! Buckle up!
One with nature.
Let's shred, Turkey! May I present... Hey! Let's get it on!
Let's hope you put up a good fight.
How brilliant!
What's this? Yeah. Stick around. Yeah. The tide rises. Yeah.
Buckle up!
The wind knows me.
Forget it. Finish this next time.
Let's ride! The best stuff's always at the bottom. Carving waves!
How about this?
Take a seat. Carving waves!
Ready for launch! You can't hide! Toba! You must be the help.
No, but Uncle Sanka said he was gonna send some of his friends over to help us. You sure he didn't? Yeah, sorry. Wrong.
Darn it! We've been tricked, Toonie. I should have known that Glasses Guy was a con artist.
What are we supposed to do about the baby Saurians? It's okay, Hoonie. Don't worry. Why don't you tell us what happened? There's been a lot of unrest in the tribe lately, and my dad's sorry after what happened. If Nana is your dad's Saurian, why isn't he the... My dad's one of the elders, so I didn't think it would take very long. But then that guy we ran into made us tell him loads of stories, and it wasted so much...
Yeah, he was so selfish.
It's alright, don't let him get to you. They should be. I already managed to find their tracks, and it seems really... wow.
Awesome. You gotta be careful out on the cliffs, though.
Goody said the baby Saurians are on the cliff, so let's find a way out. We found them! Wait, but what's that other... a how?
Well, if it isn't the gruesome twosome who wormed their way into our servant circle of friends. Still awestruck from the last time we met? Would that be why you hastily scrambled up here to pay your respects the moment you saw us? I suppose we can... Very well. You heathens leave us no choice. The almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula shall grant you the audience that you seek.
Wait, aren't you like Kenichi's sidekick? What the heck are you going on about? You're somehow managing to be even more annoying than the last time we met.
Silence! Who are you calling sidekick? We shall have you know that...
Oh, come on. You talk big, but Kenichi clearly has you under lock.
That's great sovereign to you. If you mustn't abyssin, see this little lizard? Its mother, a medium-sized lizard, came under the influence of abyssal power. In her
Yikes. So how...
She was leaping from my dear...
Anemic flood? Suspicious.
If you're not here to...
Potty mouth on that guy? I'm on his furious! Still, good to know about the abyss threat, huh? Wasn't expecting that. Let's not get sidetracked.
Wow, you're back already.
I'm so... You're welcome. You're not from Natland, right? Because your clothes look different than ours. Hey, you must be tired after all that climbing.
Yeah, please.
By the sound of it. Uh-huh. Really? Maybe he was the suspicious outlander that Sure, if you're interested. Oh, let me think. Oh, please, mister. I've told you so many stories already. What?
Just one more story. One more, I swear. I heard that there was a huge transparent ball of fire that used to burn 500 years ago, 1,000 years...
Oh, you mean Turnfire. That's where the ancient name Mollypo comes from.
Oh, wow. So it was the origin of an ancient name.
Uh-huh. There's a story behind every ancient name. The legend goes that the Turnfire first appeared in the era of the Grand Alliance. It was used by the tyrant Och Khan to rule over Natland and oppress anyone who opposed him. Turnfire is different from normal fire. If you get set on fire with it, you'll feel horrible burning pain from behind you, but you won't die from it right away. And whatever you do, you mustn't turn back to look at it.
Why? What
As soon as you turn around, poof! You get burned to a crisp.
Well, good golly gee. I mean, it's one thing to singe someone's clothes, but burning people alive? That is a big no-no in...
Right? How nasty is it to burn someone from behind and not even let them turn around to look? Ochcon really was an evil tyrant.
Yes, shocking behavior.
Good guess, Uncle Glasses. Seems like you really know your stuff.
Yuponki was friends with Ochcon the Tyrant, and also Shibalanke, the first Pyro Archon. He was working as an ordnance officer for the Grand Alliance at the time. He didn't like how Ochcon was such a cruel tyrant, so he stole the Turnfire and threw it at the Ochcon's army. The soldiers couldn't defend against it, and that's how our ancestors set our people free. But just as he was about to leave the city, he thought he heard Ochcon calling out to him from behind.
But Ochcon wasn't there. All he saw was a city burned black, an army.
A split second later, the flames he saw burst out from inside his eyes, and
All it took was a single glance.
The question is, was this the price he paid for stealing the Turnfire?
Nobody knows the answer. And then... the flame dropped into the deathly dark Night Kingdom, where it still burns to this day.
the grown-ups say that it's like a final look back at your life, where you have to answer for everything.
Ah, a fine parable indeed. So,
I don't know.
either way, I assume this name has been passed.
Sure has. It went to Burkina, the hero that we celebrate on Turnfire Night.
Yeah, and now belongs to Kanich. So we often call him Malipo Kanich.
Kini.
All right, Uncle Glasses, that's enough stories.
I would. Tell me more about this Kinich guy. One more story, I swear. No? Careful, Toba. You look dangerously close to cursing me out right now. Tut tut. We can't have that.
Uncle, you'd better not be trying to trick us, or the Turnfire will get you when you die.
How would it get me if I'm outside of Natlan? Uncle Glasses isn't from here, you know. Unlike you.
Huh?
Wait. All right, kiddos. I'm a man of my word. 2 of my friends are on their way here, and, yeah, they'll help you out on my behalf. Work them like dogs, okay? That's what they're here for. Don't go easy on them just for my sake.
Really? Well, first, can you
We met at the foot of this cliff, so beneath the peaks, let's go with Sanka.
Serious?
If you don't believe me, turn around and see for yourself.
Huh? Where? Oh, wait! Yeah, definitely a fishy character.
Yeah, and not only that, but he betrayed...
All he got out of us was some stories, though. Traveler, maybe we should go tell Kanich about this. Ahau says he's investigating it, but he's a bit of a loose cannon. Huh? You know Kanich? Not very well, but we have met him before, and one time we had a meal together.
Oh man, I'm so jealous. I never even spoken to him.
Me neither. I don't think my dad really likes him, though. He always tells me to stay... Oh, the creep who calls himself Kahul Ahau? Yeah, we've had the... Exactly. I don't know why Kanich part of...
Oh, Uni, look how late it is.
Oh, yikes. If there's any...
We gotta run. Bye for now.
Me?
It's okay. Toba helped me.
Kind strangers? What made you so short?
Yeah, actually, they did.
Don't talk back to me. The Mountain King problem still hasn't been solved. What would I do if I lost you too? No dinner for you tonight.
They were good people. Hello again, Honey. It's Miss Paimon and Miss Traveler. Dad, it's them. They're the ones who helped me.
Oh, so you're the kind strange. I'm Trinidad. Apparently, you helped my daughter today, so now I trust that you're sensible people who know better than to take advantage of their host's generosity.
Yep, just helping a neighbor. We're not looking for anything in return.
Oh, well,
Dad, please. They're not bad people. They've eaten a...
Peach! I heard that two mysterious travelers from afar showed up at the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. Are they you?
And Paimon's the other.
I do apologize. A lot's been going on in our tribe lately, and I suppose the pressure must be getting to me. I can't believe I was so rude to you. I feel ashamed. We got off on the wrong foot. Can we, start over?
Oh, now we're talking. Seriously, though, don't worry about it. Already forgotten. We're just happy to see Huni got home safe and sound.
Oh, you just arrived, I take it, and it would be my honor to give you a hero's welcome.
Careful now. That's quite an about face. We've heard that kind of thing can lead to spontaneous combustion around these...
My dear traveler. Go inside now, Huni. Dad's got...
Okay. Look after Miss Traveler and Miss Pine. Well, we'll hear you out, but we can't make...
Well, this is for many years, our tribe has celebrated the Turnfire Night. It is a traditional Burkina was a hero who bore the ancient name Malipo, and Kangamato was a powerful Yumkasor warrior. Together, they fought against the Abyss. They were victorious, but it came at a great cost. Burkina paid with his life. The Mountain King survived, but was contaminated by the Abyss, and he remains. Normally, Yumkasors never live longer than a century. It is possible that the Abyssal Power is responsible for his unnaturally long life. Oh, that's right. The Mountain King is a living symbol of our glory, but even this glory comes at a price. The Abyssal Power inside him is highly sensitive, and when it is disturbed. So, besides the ceremony, another important part of Turnfire Night however, Abyss-related incidents have been on the rise in that land lately, as I'm sure you're both aware. As a result, only 5 months have passed since the last Turnfire Night, and he's already
Has he woken up?
He has. We managed to contain the situation by performing a makeshift ceremony right away, but it was a close call. He could reawaken it. Also, he attacked and wounded my companion, Nana, during the ceremony.
We heard such a...
Yes, and Nana wasn't the first. Anyway, right now we're preparing for an exceptional Turnfire Night ceremony, and we need to find a suitable flame of course. Plus, he's a bona fide...
Oh!
Yes, he's the one. A hero, worth his weight in gold. And unfortunately for us, he's all too aware of that. No prizes for guessing what he said when I asked him to host a Turnfire Night. An exceptional ceremony? Oh, I'll have to charge an exceptional prize. I swear, no other concept exists in that boy's brain. I'm not the one to usually talk about people behind their backs, but I'm convinced that Wyatt got hit on the head and took a wrong turn the day it chose to give that ancient name to him. I mean, have you ever... Oh, and don't get me started on that insufferable Ahau he hangs around with. Thinks he's God's gift to mankind. Pompous fool.
Yeah, Paimon has to agree on that one.
Anyway, the fact is, the ceremony can just as easily be done without him as long as we can find someone else. And besides, you two seem like much better candidates. So, what do you think? Well, there's only a few days left before the ceremony. We can't afford... Wonderful! I can't think. Come with me to the other side.
Achoo! Curses! Who dares insult the great Kahula How behind his back?
Oh, great Kahul Ahau! Bless you!
Shut your filthy mouth, worm of the abyss! Your putrid words defile the air we breathe. You make the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula How, sick to the
Speaking as a member of the Abyss Order, that's music to my ears. Exactly the kind of reaction we're going for.
Ugh, never have we heard such brazen blustering from someone who is ancient.
Okay, well, that I am at a loss to explain. But I digress. Mr. Kinich, I admit it, you, sir. You see, I'm very interested in the lore of your tribe.
Okay.
Is that it? It's the extreme sports! The other day, I narrowly avoided getting hit by a very brave soul who just leaped off a cliff. Look, I even did a painting inspired by the bravery and freedom of the Scions of the Canopy.
You scum-sucking swine! Ugh, I swear, if you go bungee jumping, it'll be without a rope! Head first off the tallest cliff, with a band of hunters on your tail, and nowhere left to run, and a bottomless cesspit waiting for you on the ground.
You say that, but I get the sense that Mr. Kinich isn't planning to take my life right now. On top of that, I'm tired of spying on you from afar. So why don't we just... I've heard that the most important thing in human relation...
Or, you could tell me what it is you're really after.
What?
And then I'll name my price.
The most important part of going out to have fun is, well, going out. So just show up and I'll faster.
The Abyss contamination is back. No surprises there. See those torches over there? Those are the Sacred Flame offshoots that we requested from the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. They can...
Are you saying that the Sacred Flame and the...
Well, for ceremonial purposes, at least. Sending someone to the Night Kingdom to retrieve the legendary Turnfire isn't exactly an option.
Gotcha! So basically...
Well, that's one part of it, yes. First, the Flame Bearer must collect a kindling of the sacred flame from the start. Then, they must go down into the canyon. The most skilled Flame Bearers can accomplish all of this without touching the ground once. As much as I hate to admit it, Kinich is capable of this.
Wow! He can do all that flying without ever falling to the ground? Well, of course Paimon can. It'd be much harder for you guys.
Well, don't worry. It's not a requirement of the ceremony. You're allowed to touch the ground. The only thing you're not allowed to do, the Flame Bearer must always keep moving forward. You can't skip a pillar, then come back to it after lighting the next one. To do so would be to disrespect our ancestors.
So, what actually happens if you do turn back? Surely the fires don't just go out.
If you're not careful, you might get burned.
What about today then? Does the same rule...
Oh no, don't worry. Today is just a practice. The order doesn't matter. You just need to take the sacred flame, cleanse the filth, then go light all the braziers. Are you ready? I'll repeat all the key points again.
Alright, let's use this kindling to complete our mission. There's abyssal filth over there. Let's burn it away with the sacred flame.
nature.
Carbon wave! Amazing!
Check this out. Best of luck. Need a surfboard?
That should be all the braziers. Let's regroup with Trinidad.
I knew I was right about you. If there was an ancient name for outstanding flame bearers, I'm sure the Wyab would consider you for the honor.
Yeah, although it would probably... Oh, you mean they've still got to sign off on it?
Some of them are still hoping we can come to an agreement with Kanich, but that's only because still, I'm the one responsible.
Just for Pine...
See that place over there? There was a time, long before after a period of upheaval, our ancestors were forced to move away if we failed to keep the threat posed by the Mountain King. So, to answer your question, I think
Fair enough.
I'll need you to drop off.
Okay, see you later.
You have my gratitude.
We've helped out with a lot of other local festivals before, but...
Got something you want to say? All right, you asked
Let's
for it.
finish this
The
now.
show begins!
Into the wind. Good show.
Carbon waves.
Traveler? Paimon?
Kanich! Fancy meeting you here! We've actually been looking...
I'll get straight to the point. I hear you accepted a proposal from Elder Trinidad.
Oh! The, Turnfire Knight, you mean. You were still his first choice, it's just... Oh, jeez. It's not what it...
Chill, it's cool. I only mention it because there's something you should know. And I suspect Elder Trinidad hasn't been completely forthcoming with you. His true intention is to resolve the Mountain King problem once and for all.
Once and for all? You mean this'll be the last Turnfire...
That's right. He wants to use you to send the Mountain King to the Night Kingdom.
To the Night Kingdom?
To his death.
Whoa, are you serious right now? You shouldn't go
Too blunt? Okay. There is potentially a possibility that Elder Trinidad may be hoping that during the course of the ceremony, you kill the Mountain King dead.
But that's ridiculous! He told...
And that glory
Oh, that's right. The Mountain King. Ah, yes, and Nana wasn't the.
She likely won't be the last to lose her life either.
Still, is killing the Mountain King really the only way? It seems so extreme!
The Mountain King is a unique case when it comes to abyssal contamination. It's eaten away at him for so long that it has consumed him. That evil power has both driven him insane and kept him alive over this. In past ceremonies, we've only purged around half of the abyssal power. This was to strike a balance. To keep him alive.
Trinidad didn't say anything about how much power he wanted us to purge, but he did say there were some...
Then it sounds like you'll know for sure.
If he really asks us to kill the Mountain King, what should we do?
I know this must come as quite a shock, so I suggest you act like you didn't hear anything for now. But would you have time to visit the chief after your meeting with Elder Trinidad? I'd like to make a deal.
What kind attractive deal.
One that comes at a very reasonable price. I'm sure you have plenty of other questions, but we can talk more. Good.
Let's ride!
Off we go.
Ah, mighty Outlanders.
It was...
Glad to hear it. There are still those who insist that the ceremony should be performed by...
Plus, Kanish doesn't want to do it anyway.
Exactly. So, now, we covered the fire lighting part of the proceedings yesterday. The next part is the It's quite simple. You just need to use the sacred flame. We've done it plenty of times before, and it's always very routine. I'm sure you won't have. One point I'd like to stress, though, is that you need to burn away as much of the abyssal energy as you possibly can. The more we dispel, the longer the Mountain King will remain asleep.
Asleep, huh?
Precisely. In previous years, the Flamebearer has often been unable to dispel a sufficient amount of abyssal energy. That's the only reason why we have to perform the ceremony on her. But I understand that you have a lot of experience fighting against the Abyss, and you seem to wield the sacred flame quite effortlessly. With your help, I'm optimistic this time we can dispel all the remaining abyssal energy.
Traveler?
So this doesn't faze you at all, huh? That's all you really need to know? The ceremony's in 3 days. I'll come and fetch you. In the meantime, feel free to take a look. And if you wouldn't mind helping them out with a few errands here and there.
So now we have extra errands to run? Maybe we should add a little extra to the price.
Haha, just a humble suggestion. I'll be sticking around for the next few days. So if you have any questions, you know where to find me.
Seems like Kanish was right.
You're here.
Kanish! Elder Trinity!
I can tell. It's written on your...
Is that the Traveler in Paimon? Forgive me for not being there to welcome you on your arrival. That should have been my duty as chief.
Hello, Chief Waina.
I only heard the news from Trinidad yesterday, so I asked Kanish to invite you over for a quick chat. I believe Kanish has already filled you in, so I'll get straight to the point. Firstly, I fully endorse your appointment as flame bearers for the... However, I would like to request that you take steps to ensure the Mountain King's safety. Every child of our tribe grows up hearing the tales of our heroes. From Yupanqui the Firebringer, this is our history and our heritage, the source of our pride and the center of our faith. To kill the Mountain King would be to destroy our spirit. I would never be able to face our ancestors in the Night Kingdom. Nana's death was a great tragedy, and I do not blame Trinidad for the actions he has taken. My honored guests, please give this matter your serious consideration. Perhaps there is, but despite all our attempts to contain the situation over the years, we've not found it. Right now, I should like to hear where you stand on this matter. Though I sense that your mind is not yet made up, I'm still comforted by your words. There are 3 days left before...
So, Kanish, early...
Let's walk and talk. I'll show you around the...
That works too. I'm Kanish, Paimon finally understands why you turned Trinidad down. You knew what he was planning, didn't you? That's why you didn't want to be the Flamebearer this time.
Double-edged sword is right. But my response wasn't merely an excuse. To solve this exceptional problem, an exceptional price must be paid. I'm working on it.
Really? Well, come
In a moment. Didn't you have a question you were about?
Oh, yeah. What was it again? Oh, right. We need to talk about how he's completely unhinged.
I agree that he has a problem. He needs disciplining, so I hired him a teacher.
You got him a teacher? Oh, Paimon with... Anyway, moving on. When we ran into a how, he said you two were investigating some abyss thing together.
Is that
Yes, that's the angle I've been working on. I'm a Saurian hunter, but I occasionally hunt the Abyss too. One time I was pursuing some purple demonic dogs when I accidentally entered a hidden space. I did some research after the fact. Apparently they're known as beastly rifts, and there are many of them of all different sizes. That's where those purple dogs were coming from. So, if we can locate one of these beastly rifts, clear the monsters out, and move the Mountain King inside, he'd be able to continue living, but without posing a threat to the tribe.
Whoa, that sounds kinda crazy. Would it really work?
It's not without its risks, of course. There's a lot of unknowns in the equation. For instance, for all we know, a prolonged period inside the rift could make the mountain... Still, we desperately need something. The chief is adamant about keeping the Mountain King alive. Whatever happens.
I can understand. It's less about the Mountain King and more about preserving your culture and heritage.
Yes, but on the flip side, you've got people like Elder Trinidad, who is more... and he has every right to take that view. It's one thing no one can seriously...
You're right. There's no easy answers here. Because at least in our experience, the dogs open the rifts when they want to attack us, not the other way around.
I think I know a way. You have any better ideas?
Not at the moment, but it just feels like using the power of the Abyss for... After all, the Abyss is what turned the Mountain King into a monster in the first...
If it doesn't end well, the Mountain King's erratic outbursts have brought tensions within the tribe to a boiling point.
Alright, so what's this deal you wanted to make with us?
All I need you to do is keep people away from... I'm getting harassed on a daily basis by people trying to convince me to be the flame bearer. I can't afford to waste all my energy dealing with them. If you help me out, there will be a gift for you in return.
Ooh, what kind?
Something well worth your while, I'd say. Just keep doing what you've been doing. Integrate yourself with the tribespeople, so everyone comes to terms with the fact that we have a new... That way, I won't have an... Then, when the day of the ceremony comes...
Still sounds pretty crazy. And even if it works, what if neither Chief Wyna nor Elder Trinidad are happy with it? Have you thought about what you'd do then?
At least the two of them would finally be on the same side of the issue. The tribe needs leaders like them far more than a Saurian hunter for hire like me. Can I take that?
For sure.
Great. Well, good luck to us both.
You can only do so much on your own, but with a group, anything's possible.
Okay, task for the day. Meet the tribespeople and take some heat off of Kenichi's back.
Pony? How can you call the Mountain King a monster?
Because he hurt a lot of people.
But it wasn't on...
That's true. But the fact...
How can you be so harsh to someone who's sick?
Toba, Pony...
Pony's saying nasty things about the Mountain King.
Once upon a time, maybe. But not anymore.
Yesterday...
Toba! As of today, our friendship is over. Oh, come on, cut it out, you two. We have some great news to tell you. The Traveler is gonna be the flame bearer for the next Turnfire night.
What? Really?
So that's what my dad wanted to talk to you? To be fair, from what we saw the other day, you are pretty good at...
Wait, speaking of...
Oh yeah, good question. Is he not coming to the ceremony yet? We can get him to come, but if he catches you two fighting again, he won't be happy. He'll be sure to give you both a piece.
Oh, we can't let that happen. I've never even spoken to him before.
I didn't mean to argue with Toba. All I said, yeah, if you weren't friends, there's no way Toba would have... All right. Well, because it's a Dad just really misses Nana. And I was really...
Huh? Oh.
I shouldn't have spoken to you the way I did either. It wasn't very nice of me. For the Traveler and Paimon Kanich and for Nana. I'm sorry too, Huni.
That's more like it. Now you're best friends again. Guess so. Toba, if I ever say something mean about the Mountain King in the future, I'll make sure I say it to someone else. And I'd better go buy some colored cloth for my dad now. See you, Toba. See you, Traveler.
Okay. I'll head home as...
Okay, take care, you two. Even though they said they're... let's just hope we can... Come on, let's move. Huh? What's going on over there? Hey there! What's happening here?
A rehearsal for the Turnfire Night dance.
Ooh, there's a dance involved?
You don't know it? Ah, I guess you're not from these parts, huh? It's rare to see a new face around the tribe these...
Why do you say that?
Because of the Turnfire Night, of course. The Mountain King could wake up at any time. That's why we're holding an emergency ceremony. This isn't one of those fun and games festivals. For outsiders...
Well, did you know that the Flame Bearer this time is actually gonna...
Oh, I did hear about that. It's a first for sure. I would have loved to meet them in person. What? Oh, it's you? Man, oh man. Well, this is a nice surprise. It's funny. I was just thinking that I'll probably miss out on meeting the new Flame Bearer since I'm not taking part this time around. Then suddenly, there you are.
You're not taking part in the Turnfire Night? Okay.
You must be joking. Not bad, right? Yeah, I'm considered one of the better looking guys who dances beneath the pillars of the Sacred Flame. Been doing it a few years. Always gets the ladies out to watch.
Oh, very impressive.
Well, I feel like the whole Mountain King situation is getting more and more precarious. It's just not safe here anymore. One of our elders' Saurian companions even lost her life not long ago. The question is, what are we gonna do about this in the way things are going? It's only a matter of time before it gets violent. So I figured, you know what? Now's as good a time as any to get away for a little while. Go do some
You look a little disappointed.
Disappointed? Nah, it's a great...
What's the Saurian...
You've never heard of it? It's a group of amateur history enthusiasts who do research on the ancient Saurian era. They're all about collecting relics and remnants from that age. Speaking of which, the guy who was Flamebearer before you, I've heard that his Saurian buddy comes from that time.
How?
Oh, yeah, him. So you know... Then, do you know how they met? It was deep inside some mysterious ruin, and they signed a contract there. The association folks say that the kind of contract usually comes with a huge hidden cost.
Really? That sounds ominous.
Who knows? But if it's true, Kanich can probably handle it. He knows what he's doing with weighing up contracts and costs and stuff. Strangely enough, I actually happened upon a strange mural a while back, and it looked to me like it was depicting a Saurian and a human involved in some kind of...
Oh, does that count as a relic?
You bet it does. I was all ready to go take a picture of it and use it as my entry ticket to the association. But after all the abyssal activity recently, I heard that area's been overrun by monsters. The best laid plans, huh? I'll just have to wait and see if things improve. Or... You look like you know your way around a fight. I don't suppose there's any...
If all you need to get is...
Wait, you're seriously?
Come on, it's no big...
Pyro Archon above. You two have hearts of gold, you know that? You're the kind of people who could dive into the Turnfire deep in the bowels of the Night Kingdom, and it wouldn't burn a single hair. Of course it is. All right.
Let's ride!
inside these ruins.
Alrighty then. Stay back and take cover, Tiago.
Great minds think alike.
May I present... Buckle up! Amazing! Whew. That should be the last of them. Hey, look! That's gotta be it, right? Definitely looks like a mirror. It does match the story he told us, though. There's a Saurian and a human. Whatever. We're not here to decipher it. That's a wrap. Let's take it back to Tiago.
You've been robbed? Oh, Ponche. And I thought my luck was...
Oh, I put blood, sweat, and tears into that, and now I've got nothing to show for.
Tiago, is this the picture you were looking for?
Let me take a look. Hey, Ponche! Come and say hi to these guys. They're gonna be...
Wait, are you?
Huh?
My nephew Toba's been telling everyone about you. He says you're crazy strong, super friendly, that you helped him out.
Oh, so you're Toba's uncle. Great. Sounds like we managed to make a bit of a name for ourselves.
Toba's not wrong, my friend. These two are honestly some...
Really? All I want is to get the fruits of my labor back.
Allow me to explain. Ponche is a well-known scholar within our tribe.
I spent years of my life on the word Malipo alone. I covered at least 5 different interpretations.
It was an unparalleled...
And now it's all gone. That little goon ambushed me during my...
That book was everything to him. It's like they robbed him of his soul when they took it.
Dear honored guests of our clan, I am but a helpless old student.
See what I mean, Ponche? Now you've run...
I don't... Hey! You thieving rat!
What do you want now, you old bum? God, you're a waste of space. Prepare to get shoved butt first into a tree hollow. Oh, what's this? Brought a little... Eat dirt, suckers!
Hey, he's trying to get away! You good? Let's chase him down!
Where did these Yuvka come from?
Oh, the baby Saurians are...
Stop, please! By all the warriors here, please.
Oh, yeah? Well, you threw it...
The old bum's bag didn't have a single Mora in it. All that time lying in wait... The same place you found me. Look, I swear on the Pyro Archon it's the truth. Mail?
Okay, what do we do now? It sounds like he's telling the... Right.
Although the Turnfire is a heroic symbol in Huitzatlan, it always comes with the more ominous implication of eventual tragedy. This holds true for all bearers of this ancient name in recorded history. This appears to suggest the existence Yupanki's Turnfire Let me see. The author is Ponche. Nice.
Silence, Book Muncher. The great Kahula will suffer your droning voice no longer.
Do you truly find no joy at all in perusing such rich historical record?
Joy?
Well, it makes a...
What? You're saying Kenichi will die a violent death? So I'll finally get to take over his When will that glorious day arrive? The great Kahula demands...
Wow, you are just irredeemable, aren't you? An agent of chaos down to the core.
Silence, maggot! To presume that anyone compares your kind with the great Kahula.
You don't need to lecture. All civilizations will be reduced to rubble by the passage of time. From ancient kingdoms, but from the ruins of every civilization, the dust will rise and never settle. Thus transcend. And you, great Kahula How, are one such speck of dust from a bygone age. Now, let me take a good look at you. We'll see whether any...
We're so sorry, Mr. Ponche, but we couldn't find your manuscript.
Does that mean...
You gotta stay positive, Ponche. You might have lost the book.
The whole reason I worked so hard to get it finished before the Turnfire night is because I hoped that maybe it might help us find a way through these trying times. Well, not exactly, but I thought my...
Oh, really? So what did you find out in your research?
I think the key to all of this lies in the power...
Ponche, you know as well as anyone that ancient names don't hold any real power.
You're right, but Malipo may be a special case, given that it first arose in the era of the first Pyro Archon.
Yeah, I remember that story. Maybe you're the special case. Most kids...
I'm not talking about childhoods.
Like what?
Like the fact that the Mountain King is still alive. Everyone attributes that. The key factor is that Burkina summoned the power of Malipo at the cost of his... If you don't believe me, then answer me this. How many other creatures can you think of who lived longer, not shorter, after being contaminated?
Traveler, different situation but similar idea. Doesn't this remind you of the hilly...
So, I came to the conclusion that Malipo must refer to some mysterious ritual involving a tit-for-tat exchange. It began with the first Pyro Archon, fell with the Grand Alliance, then was buried in the Night Kingdom. And now, it awaits the call of its new bear...
Hey. Sorry to interrupt.
I'm sorry.
Sounds to me like you dreamed up one fanciful theory to support another.
Kenichi, what...
I more or less finished what I was doing, so I came to have a quick
Kenichi!
So Mr. Ponche here has done a lot of research on the...
I'll be there, Pont. Let's go.
Need a surfboard?
Here will do. Yeah. I'd like your help giving it a trial run tomorrow. If that works, we have...
Sounds like you're not considering Ponche.
You heard him. He hasn't worked out the details yet. We need a more...
Yet? Are you saying you think he might have...
I think it's possible, based on something I know about the War of 5... Burkina didn't fall to the abyss. He was killed by the Mountain King in an episode of madness. In his final moments, Burkina made the fateful decision to not fight back, and instead pass his... Maybe he thought the Mountain King was stronger than him, and more valuable to the tribe. Or maybe... Either way, I can believe the Turnfire was involved. Whether you think his sacrifice triggered it, or his fate was sealed from the moment he took the...
How can you drop these truth bombs with such a...
This is what I've gleaned from my many interactions with the Mountain King. His mind is so disordered. The story Elder Trinidad told you was the more palatable version of events. The Mountain King's mind isn't just disordered.
What?
Of course not. We should help him move to a new home. It's the only practice. The Mountain King is a hero to my tribe. An object of still. He's been the cause.
Ugh. Practical solutions hurt Paimon's brain. Can we follow our heart?
Then let's break for.
Off we go.
Let's ride!
You're here.
Whoa! So, the gruesome twosome come crawling back. Here to make amends after the gross irreverence you displayed last. Very well. The almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How shall grant you the audience that you seek. Now pucker up and kiss our feet.
Kanich, didn't you say you found him a teacher? He's just as out of control as—
Hey! No one gets to discipline the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How! No one!
Maybe because I've never had a gentle-natured companion like Paimon to compare against.
Is that a compliment?
Yeah, I see what I'm missing out on now. And it's a lot.
Kanich! Ugh! We could drown this measly flying ant in one drop with a spit! How dare you compare her to the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How! Oh, just wait till I possess your dead body! I will commit heinous atrocities! Tear down your legacy! Destroy your reputation! Wreak havoc on your— Ugh!
Traveler, Paimon, let's get down to business. Once we've opened the beastly rift,
With pleasure. You don't need to ask twice.
I got my hands on this device in a trade. It's meant as bait, but it'll also stabilize the abyssal energy. The Rift Hounds will tear through space to get to this. Once they're here, we take them out and claim the Rift for ourselves. You'll find out soon enough. They'll tear you to pieces given half the chance, so be careful.
Look alive!
Target acquired! That was unexpected.
Playtime's over.
I got him cornered!
Uh-oh. Are there even bigger ones?
You see, Kinich? I'm a man of my word. In fact, I'd say
I take it this is your...
Now that our deal is complete, it's time to start the next phase of our relationship. I made a promise to the great cliché, I know. The hero's trusted partner sails him out to the abyss in a shocking act of betrayal. Cube.
Huh?
Huh? Huh? What are you two doing here? Oh, Mr. Kinich, this is not what we agreed on.
Traveler, this is the gift I got you. I know you're looking for intel on the Abyss Order, so I thought he might be of use to you. But it looks like you've already met.
Yikes. Frosty reception. Gotta say, I kinda pictured this moment going a little differently. Tears of joy welling up in your eyes as you say the words, "It's good to see you again, old friend."
Don't be ridiculous. Sounds like you've been reading too many romance novels.
There we have it. Change is inevitable and nothing lasts forever. What a pity. Well then, time...
Sanka! Aha! So you're the glasses guy! You...
What does it matter? A name is a superficial label. It's what's deep down inside that...
That would explain a lot. Why else would you show up here and start acting like a wise guy?
Oh, Paris. I do rather like you, as I said before. But my one quibble is that you really don't know your own strength.
Wait. Of course! You're the one behind all the recent Abyss activity!
Haven't I told you before? I'm not part of the inner circle who do our highnesses' bidding. My interests are far more low stakes. I spend my time digging for truth in ancient doodads and books. You really think a benchwarmer like me is...
I investigated him. He's not connected to the recent events, so I struck a deal with him. He helps me summon a rift. I allow him to do some...
But that's all over. And now Kinich wants to hand me over to you. Well, I was hoping this would be an opportune moment to whisk away his body. That would have given me some more time to study the great Kahula How. But now I've run into you. Just my luck. Or maybe I've incited the wrath of the Turnfire. And this is the price I have to pay. But I don't understand. Wait, does that...
How? You are the worst of the worst! Colluding with the Abyss Order against Kinich? How could you...
There is no betrayal. The almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How is a partner to no one.
Don't worry, I told him to act as bait.
Yes, and you should have picked a bigger fish. The Abyss Order? Ha! What a joke. Not even a match for our lowly servant. I put up with this toad croaking for days, and it was all for...
It looks like your disciplinary measures have been less than effective, Mr. Enjo.
What did you expect? Behavioral rehab isn't really our thing. Otherwise, we might as well change our name from the Abyss Order to the Abyss Boarding School.
The abysmal disorder would suit you better. Kinich! Dispose of him! He is of no further use.
Traveler?
I may be a lowly clerk, but I could never beat you in a straight-up fight. But when it comes to running away, I won't. Do me a favor and remember how fast I disappear. Maybe then you'll show me a little respect next time.
Darn, he got away again.
It's alright. He's not worth our time and energy.
If you say so.
To borrow that guy's words, names are superficial labels. Whether you call it the Abyss Order or anything else, think of it like apples that have fallen from a tree. If you tasted each one, you'd find that they're all at different stages of ripening. Even the unripe fruit blown off its branch before it's fully grown can still be
Well, of course! Only the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula How, is rotten to the core and evil beyond redemption.
Ugh. So what exactly are you anyway? You're definitely the evilest little thing Paimon's ever met.
Don't worry, he can't hurt a fly.
Paimon heard that those kinds of contracts might come with a...
Such as a How watching me like a ravenous vulture?
Vulture? Vulture? We are the Dragon Supreme, sovereign ruler of the nation.
Let's pick this up another time. You should go back and get some rest. Big day ahead.
Oh yeah, hearing you lay it out like...
And it can't hurt to say this one more time. Good luck to us both. See you tomorrow.
May I present...
How brilliant!
At long, I hear you've done much for our people these many young people have heard the rumors too. They're all...
Well, they won't have to wait for long. We really hope we can resolve...
Well, it's nearly time. Of course, there's no...
You want me on your team?
Are you ready?
Off we go!
Here we are.
Our honored guests have arrived. I have heard much about your fine work over the...
Don't worry about it!
Oh, if it means getting the Mountain King issue resolved,
A resolution will come in due course. But every great
no one would disagree. Look around you.
The ceremony was
That may be so.
Good evening, Travel.
Canich! Not a moment to...
Chief Wayna.
very well. But make it quick.
Let's step to the side. Has anyone gone over the key steps of...
Yeah, Elder Trinidad did, but,
What a surprise! The flying ant has an ant-sized...
If you don't want your tongue to be burned off by the sacred flame tonight, I suggest you stay quiet. See those sacred flame pillars? Once you've lit the fire, Go light each one up in turn. Once that's done, head down into the cave where the Mountain King slumbers, light the braziers along the way, then bring the flame to the final altar. Then the ceremony is complete.
That sounds simple enough.
The process isn't complicated, but remember, you mustn't turn back at any point. If you miss a pillar, you can't light the next one, then come back to it. You have to keep moving forward, or it's seen as disrespecting our ancestors. I made you a diagram that summarizes the steps. Take a look.
So that's our part.
I'll be with you the whole way. And once you've lit the altar, I'll start summoning the You can leave that side of things to me.
Okay. We'll try to remember all that and get it right the first time.
Ready when you are, but I think I saw Huni and the others just now. Maybe you should just tell the chief when you're ready.
How are you doing? I'm counting on you. By past fuel and present flame, life marches ever, my brothers and sisters. The time has come to light the fire once again, and let the turn fire...
Go get the sacred flame. Nicely done. Off to a good start. Great stuff. You're over halfway. Keep it up. Impressive. Just one more to go. Come on, one last push. The final sacred flame pillar is up ahead. Great! All the pillars are alight. Next, it's down into the canyon and head for the Mountain King's cave. Almost there. The cave is just up ahead. The Abyss presence is growing strong. We should deal with the contamination first. There's the altar of the sacred flame. Remember, light up the torches around it first.
Woohoo! That's the Mountain King up ahead, right?
That's him. Kangamato, king of the Yunkasaurs from 500 years ago.
Paimon can tell. He's huge. Let's tread carefully.
You've made it at last. You did even better than
Traveler, now comes the final and most important step of the ceremony.
There's no need this time.
Such strong abyssal power. Kinich, what is the meaning of it?
Is that a beast?
Chief Waina, Elder Trinidad, this is about to get a little dangerous.
What do you think you're doing?
Solving the Mountain King.
You mean by having him torn to pieces by...
No, stop!
Foolish Locust! Ugh, can't you see? We're trying to shove your Locust King into the beastly...
But I'm sorry, Chief Waina and Elder Trinidad. This is the only way.
Can you promise me that no harm will come to the Mountain King?
I can't guarantee it, but I'm fairly confident.
Traveler, this is not what we agreed on! You must cleanse the Mountain King of every last trace of abyssal contamination! Okay, I see what this is. You've been in cahoots this whole time!
Ugh, you imbecile! What have you done?
Oh no! The device...
You forced my hand. I had no choice.
Elder Trinidad!
No, the Mountain King is waking up! He will cause even more casualties!
Everyone, out! Now!
Well, it seems there's only one way to awaken you all from your willful blindness. More sacrifices must be made. Take me, oh Mountain King! Take me!
Everyone's still outside. We have to keep the Mountain King here. Give me a hand.
Overruled. Off we go.
Watch out for the fruits he's spitting out. You can use those against him. Locked up. My mistake.
Adventure time. Off we go.
with nature.
Target acquired. Claim these souls!
Submit your soul in sacrifice!
Stop that!
Lay to bear. Locked up. Yeah, that's it.
The show begins! Everybody stand back!
Target acquired.
What do we do? We can't open the rift!
Kill me! Put an end to White's shame!
By past fuel and present flame, life marches ever on.
Oh, Burkina, I must atone.
Patience. We will answer to the fire for all our deeds. Even if one day I fall behind, never look back. Keep moving forward, as we are now.
Live with your guilt and shame. This is the price to pay.
Heir to the Turnfire, please use my ruined vessel to train the heroes of the future. The will of Kangamato will march ever on, till the abyss is stamped out.
Pretty eventful day yesterday, huh? Paimon wonders how things are doing now. Let's go ask the...
Traveler, you've come at just the right time. Trinidad's condition is stabilized. He suffered...
Guess that's the best news we could hope for. Paimon has to ask, is everyone in your tribe such a risk taker?
We're simply not afraid to charge ahead into the unknown. He's fine. Don't worry. He's gone to check on the Mountain King. Something most mysterious. After the incident yesterday, a transparent shell is formed around the Mountain King's body. We don't understand the mechanism behind it. It is somewhat akin to a scab, in that it stops the abyssal energy within him from bleeding out, while also preventing further abyssal energy from seeping in, and we've never seen anything like it. The tribe's most senior elders believe it was caused when he was burned by the sacred flame. Similar to the way burned wood becomes charred. I think their theory makes sense. After all,
Wow.
it's practically a miracle from what we've seen of it so far. It means that the Mountain King...
Wow. That's amazing!
I know what you're thinking. The young people in the tribe are already speculating that yesterday's ceremony, because you and Kenichi, you summoned the very flame that appears in our ancient legends. A great transparent, and that fire is what saved the Mountain King.
Whoa! So that...
I may be the chief of this tribe, but I've only ever known the Turnfire as a concept in our legends. I cannot... If anyone can answer it, I suspect it would be the bearer of the Malipo name. He is in the Mountain King's cave as we...
Ah, so Kenichi then. Hey, Kenichi!
Hey yourselves. You two doing okay?
We were gonna ask you the same question. You scared Paimon half to death when you rescued.
Sorry, I couldn't just stand and watch.
So you thought you'd try and extinguish the sacred flame with Dendro? Or is that an attempt to make the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula die of laughter?
The sacred flame only possesses a fraction of the Pyro Archon's power. It's not as if I was fighting the Pyro Archon herself.
Kenichi, when you went into the flames, were you intending to...
Intending to what?
to...
Sacrifice myself? Of course not. My focus was on... But now I'm curious. What made you...
Well, because everyone's saying the Turnfire is what saved the Kinglet, and Ponche's theory was that summoning the Turnfire is a tit-for-tat exchange, right? So, Paimon thought you decided to pay for it.
So you've heard that. I'm afraid I can't say for sure. What happened?
Well, even if you don't know, there's probably no one in the...
What I would say is, if that really was the power of the Turnfire, I'd sooner believe that the Mountain King summoned it himself.
The Mountain King? Then...
The core meaning of price is not atonement or compensation, but what you're willing to give up in order to... It's easy to die for your sins. Much harder to live with the guilt and keep on going. In the end, the Mountain King chose the latter option. For Burkina and for the tribe. That's...
Alright, so...
Health-wise, there's nothing to worry about. He'll enter a fighting stance whenever we set foot in his territory. But his attacks are gentler now and not as crazed as before. Like he said yesterday, he just intends to be a sparring... Yeah, I tried communicating with him again, but he didn't respond.
We dare say that Locust King has well and truly lost its mind. Its body remains fighting fit,
But we saw...
That was merely one last burst of brain activity before it croaked. As you...
Oh, come on! Stop being such a doomer! Paimon bets the Mountain King has finally let go of the tragedies of the past now. That's why he doesn't have time to chat with us.
Well, at least it means my fellow tribespeople can move forward now, too.
Yeah, that's right. You caught Enjo for us, remember?
But he ended up being completely useless. It's not a...
That's on him. It's not your fault he's useless. Besides, we're friends now. You don't know us any...
Friends? But your friendship is an even more valuable gift. I can't in good conscience accept it for free, so promise me. For you?
So, in the end, only poor little Hoonie got the sad ending?
Yeah, everyone's happy except me. First,
Nahoni, it'll be a...
Toba, you're my friend, so I shouldn't say this. Huh?
Now hold your horses, kiddo. If you promise not to fight... Okay, before you roll your eyes out of your skull, I promise you can trust me. I almost got my eyebrows burned off by the Turnfire after last time. That's why I came back. All right. You're extreme.
Huh?
On my first day here, I got hit by someone. It's a dangerous sport.
Oh, such a nice friend.
Of course. Anyway, the good times didn't last, because I got captured by a powerful... In the hands of the enemy, I was scorned, scolded, and nearly given away. Why does Uncle Sanka always have to suffer, I thought. So I feel your pain, but in the end, I made it through, and I...
The moral of the story is to look forward in life, right? Yeah, we've heard that one.
Very smart. What I'm trying. She's right behind you.
Another trick about. Huh?
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.